Okay, we're back at it. So where I left you was to do number 9 through 16. So number 9 is talking specifically about the product of two perfect squares is always a perfect square. Product means multiplication. So here if we did 2 squared and 4, 2 squared will give us 4, and 3 squared gives us 9. If we multiply 4 times 9, the perfect squares will get 36, which is equal to 6 squared. So this, I can't think of an example where this is not the case, so this is true. The next one, if the area of a rectangle is 6 meters squared, then the dimensions must be 2 meters by 3 meters. Now this is false. You could actually do 1 meter by 6 meter, and that would give you 6 meters squared. So that proves that it's false. Dividing by 2 always results in a number less than the original number. This is false, because you could divide a negative number by 2, and that'll give you a less negative number. I mean, negative 5 is greater than negative 10, so that proves that it's false. Or you could take 0. If you do 0 divided by 2, that 0 is not less than 0, so that would also be a case. For 12, vertical angles are never complementary angles. Remember, vertical angles are the two angles that are across each other from intersecting lines. They can be complementary. Okay, so like recapping what complementary means, that means they add to 90 degrees. So if the vertical angles are 45 degrees, then they can be complementary. Alright, 13 is saying if A times B equals 0, either A has to be 0 or B has to be 0. This is always going to be the case. To get 0, you have to multiply by 0, so it either has to be A or B. Okay. Two angles supplementary to the same angle must be congruent. Supplementary means they add up to 180. And if it's the same angle, so let's just say the angle was 30 degrees. Then in order for it to be supplementary to that particular angle, they would both have to be 150 degrees. So that proves that that's always going to be the case. 15 is saying all state names have at least 2 syllables. This is false. Maine is just 1 syllable. And then the last one, squaring a number and adding 1 will always result in an even number. So if we did 4 squared plus 1, that's going to give us 17. And if we do 2 squared plus 1, that gives us 5. So these are both odd numbers, and this proves that it is false. Alright, so like in class, what we're going to do is we're going to have you guys write your own conjectures and trade with a partner and see if you can provide a counterexample. But that concludes the lesson for Lab 2.